What's up guys, Hades here. So we just got the new event, the new pirate event. I'm excited for it, but I do want to talk about some of the traps that are in this event, and I do want to talk about some of the good things that are in this event, just so you aren't missing out on anything. Now, these events are notoriously hard to finish, and I'm going to start here. If you have ambitions for anything at the bottom, you want the chaos selection, the shadow light chest, or the fragments, or even something like the crimson moonlight at 36, you are not going to get them easily. It is very difficult to get to these bottom of the events. They do not stay at 55 HP. It gets harder and harder as you go through, and there's a reason that you can buy them. It's because a lot of people will not finish them, and I think you shouldn't buy these at all. They're almost always not worth it. But if you really want them, there are ways to get them, and I'll talk about that more in the future. Just keeping you safe. Do not get the $350 or the $20 until you've actually gotten what you want, right? You can buy it now or you can buy it at the end, it doesn't matter. So that's my first big tip. Do not purchase these until the very end, because if you get stuck down here at 32, 33, and you realize, okay, I just can't make it to 40, then you'll have saved yourself 20 bucks. Now, the second thing to think about is solid shot versus explosive shot. Now, this can be a huge error, big trap that a lot of people make, and I have a great example here. If I click explosive shot, it's going to do 40 damage, but it's only going to do 5. So you actually have to be very careful what you're clicking, and you have to be patient and not just rush one or the other. So I have to wait for a solid shot to do a 10 to break it to the next level and then use explosive, or I'm just going to be wasting points, and that's a big mistake a lot of people make, and it's a big reason they get stuck in the mid 30s and can't finish their event. Now, the next big trap here, and a big noob mistake that a lot of people make, is not completing all 10 of these tasks in one day. The very first time I did this event, I made that mistake. Never again. So you have to do all 10 tasks, which can be very challenging sometimes. You have to raid the Well of Time 50 times, so you need to have some potions saved up. You have to be able to use a key or two. You need to use some advanced summonings. You have to do every task, and you have to speed up some either troops or manufacturer, because you can't just train 50,000 shieldmen naturally. You have to use some speed ups, which is very frustrating and not something I like. I like the other ones where you can kind of pick and choose as you go, but you do need these rewards. They are very good. 20 shots and the 2 explosive are almost required if you want to get to the 40. And then of course AP is pretty solid. So the rewards are good and they're needed, but the requirements are so high to get them. Just another thing to think about when you're doing this event. Now, the final piece, and this is kind of the good part of the event, is if you want to grind it and get the event done for free or almost free, you're only really going to have to use some gems to finish it. The rewards here, the dust and the explosive shots, are very solid. As you can see here on the screen, you're going to get quite a few shots, and 40 shots or 20 shots times 40 goes a long way, but those numbers get really big. They get well in the hundreds. But if you do the traces, and I did a trace here, level 4, I'm going to click the rewards, and you actually get 2 cannonballs for a level 4 and 8 gems, and a level 1 is going to give you 1 cannonball. So you can grind cannonballs with the traces in a desperation at the very end, but remember, they only do 10, and at the end of this like wheel, once you get down to the 30s, this bar is going to be like 700 or 800 long, which means you're going to need 60 cannonballs, which is a ton of AP. It's a lot of refresh, and you can just refresh with the gems, so you have to be prepared to use gems and a bunch of AP to finish this event. It is very possible, and I would highly recommend getting into these higher tier rewards. They are very valuable if you need them, but you're gonna have to balance the fact, do I need them, do I not need them, before you dive headfirst into this event. Okay, so just in recap, my final tips are absolutely take advantage of everything free you can do. You can 100% get all the Stardust and explosive shots here. This is very easy to just keep up and maintain. These are all free. Do all the free stuff. You're gonna get a lot of free stuff. Now, if you want to go for the gems, you can unlock the frame at 15. That's essentially free. And you can get the chat box at 20 if you want to spend the $20. So those are not too hard. This event is possible to complete, but keep in mind, it's going to get very, very hard to pass the 20s in the future. So you're gonna have to be mindful of that. And just know that these events are built to trap you and made to make you spend money essentially. So you can go two ways, two approaches: grind really hard, get the high level rewards, spend to get them, or just be happy with the free stuff, right? Take all the free stuff, the potions, take all the dust, and just be happy. So you have a few ways to play this event. Make sure you're picking the way that best suits your style. And if you like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.